Listen, I don't care how you do it. I don't care what you do to get it, but get out of the middle. I promise you, you need to get out of the middle. Now, this is not a video for men who are comfortable being average. If you're comfortable being average, this video is not for you, right? It's okay. I know that there are men who, and there needs to be average men in the world, right? But if you're watching this and you know that you have something, a potential, you know that you're not even close to hitting your potential, you realize this, right? You're going to understand what I'm telling you. And here's the thing, to get out of the middle, you need to find your deepest, darkest pain. This is how all men have hit escape velocity out of the average life that they've lived, right? An average life meaning financially, physically, socially. Get out of the middle. Find that pain point. Find that thing that is triggering you to then massively cope your way to success. The greatest men that you've ever seen, all of them have gotten to where they want to get to or where they need to get to because they've had this deep, dark pain that has gotten to them. Maybe it's rejection from a girl that they really love, that they thought they were going to spend the rest of their life with. Maybe it's swiping their card and that card declining at one point in their life, or somebody making fun of them because they came from a poor family. There is something that happened in your life that you can literally use. You acknowledge it, you dwell in it. Don't sit there and act like nothing happened, because what happens, a lot of men, when they go through this process of living their life, of growing, they hit this stagnant point and they feel upset, right? They're just constantly depressed. They're constantly trying to figure out what's going on and they don't know. So they sit in this lull. And the reason why they do that is because they don't acknowledge that pain. They don't have that thing that's kicking them like, yo, I gotta go do this, right? Maybe somebody called you fat when you were young, right? Use that as fuel. Use it to break out of the middle, break out of the median threshold of society, right? And a lot of people, again, they don't think about the pain that they have. I want you to start to think about the pain that actually drives you. What makes you want to develop yourself physically, become physically competent? What makes you develop yourself to become financially elite? What makes you want to bulletproof your mind and have mental resiliency, right? What makes you want to climb the upper echelons of life? You have to start thinking about this because it's entirely important that if you can start to do this for yourself, you will start to hit escape velocity like a lot of the successful people that you see and break out of the average mean, right? And if you're not like that, if you do want to stay average, that's fine. But the reality is you probably have not experienced pain, because people who experience pain, they want to break out. They want to get to the next level. I'll tell you, even for me, right? For me, it was all about breaking out of being in the middle, because I understood at a younger age, probably around college time, I understood how the economics were moving. I understood that the world, especially if you live in the United States, because a lot of my subscribers are in the United States, right? The middle is getting crunched, right? The middle is getting absolutely destroyed. And now it's either men who are hyper successful financially, right? And other areas of their life as well. They're hyper successful in the dating market. They can have whatever quality, beautiful woman that they want. They have the physique that allows them to escape the health matrix and not have to be going to doctors for every little thing. They understand how to build their body so that they can sustain. They understand how to build their body so that they can attract, right? They have all of these things. They're mentally tapped in. They understand how things work, right? Then you have the other side, the poor side, right? Where literally there's nothing. There's nothing. There is nothing that they have, right? I understood this at a very, very visceral level. So I knew I had to make a change. I did go to parties when I was in college, but after those parties, I was working. I was figuring out ways to be able to improve myself. I got into the content creation game back in 2018, right? Because I knew I needed to hit escape velocity. I needed to get out of being average. I needed to become the best version of myself. And I needed to speed run myself before everything fell down. As you can see, society is collapsing in real time. This is not a doomsday message. This is just reality. So for you, it's very important for you to find that thing, leverage that thing, use it as a massive coping mechanism to catapult your life to success. Period, point blank. Once you do that, you will be looking back and saying, I'm glad that I went through that process. I'm glad that I put in the work. I'm glad that I finally realized that I was in the middle. The danger of being in the middle is that most people don't even know that they're in the middle, right? And again, I'm not saying, hey, go be an entrepreneur, go do this, go do that. By all means, if that's what you want to do, I don't care if you want to be a dancer. I don't care if you want to be an artist. I don't care if you want to be a writer. It doesn't matter. But break out of the middle and become significant in something in life. Because that's what's going to carry you forward, especially as a man. That is literally what's going to take you from point A, where you're at, to point B, where you need to go. Here's a nuanced take around being average, right? Why it's the worst place to be. Because being average is where you do not have freedom, right? You don't have financial freedom because you have to work for somebody, right? And you have to do something that you don't want to do. There's nothing wrong with working for people, but when you're working for somebody and you don't want to do that thing and you have to constantly go to that job every single day and literally put on a fake smile, you're literally destroying your self-confidence in real time. You're destroying your self-image in real time as a man, right? So you're a slave to the whole entire mechanism of this world, right? But here's the crazy part. When you're poor, right? When you don't have money, yeah, you may be wanting to make money, but maybe you don't have a job, right? And you have time. See, when you're poor, you have time. When you're rich, you also have time if you're able to leverage systems correctly and build something to where you don't need to be there 24/7, right? There are a lot of business owners who are still in the middle. A lot of business owners who are still in the middle because they don't know how to leverage systems to be able to free their time. So they're a slave to their business, right? You have to hit escape velocity. And they're also doing something they don't want to do, all right? So they don't even find joy or they don't even find some sort of fulfillment in what they're doing. They just built a business because they just wanted to do that and they thought that was the fastest way to make money or whatever it is. And you just stay stuck in that middle. Get out, break out of that. Get into a zone where you're literally doing exactly what you were meant to do. And here's the thing. It's better to be on your deathbed knowing that you gave it everything you had to get to the top and you might not have made it, which is almost impossible if you really give everything you possibly have. It's almost impossible not to make it. If you gave everything you possibly had to one pursuit and you missed the mark, you will die a happier man than if you literally stood there your whole life and stayed just below your potential, way below your potential, and didn't go take that risk, didn't go do that thing that you always wanted to do, didn't see the beauty of what you could create physically with your body, right? You didn't see that. I know a lot of people, they always talk about this where when you die, you should imagine God literally saying all of the things that God wanted you to do and things. I don't care if you're religious or not. This isn't about religion. This is just a story, right? It's like God literally telling you, hey, you were in shape, you look like this, you did this in the world, you inspired millions of people, and you have to look at God and you have to literally say, that's not me. I think it was David Goggins that said that. That's not me, all right? And you're looking at God and you're literally looking at what you could have become and you're seeing all of the missed action steps that you could have taken, all of the opportunities that you missed, all of the risks that you could have taken that you thought were risky, but instead they would have propelled you to a different height. And you have to look at that. That's the worst way to die. But if you fall off trying to be the best version of yourself, at least you know, hey, I gave it every single thing that I had. I gave it all of my energy. And it just wasn't meant to be. I would rather die like that than die as an average person who just did the bare minimum, who just lived a comfortable life and did not do what I was designed to do on this planet. I haven't made these videos in a while, but I'm amped up because I really had to think about this a lot. And I had to think like, why is it that we fall into this trap of I'm comfortable, I'm good, right? No, we're not good yet. There's a long way to go. There's a long way of development. You were literally put on this planet to not only be the best version of yourself, but also suffer for a certain period of time. Not for your whole life, but you were put on this planet to suffer so that you can grow, so that you can become the best version of yourself, so that you were unrecognizable in your prime. Your prime is in your 30s and 40s, right? You want to become unrecognizable. If you're staying the same every single year and you're making no progress, I always say this, life moves forward. And if you stay here and life is moving forward, that literally means you're behind, right? If life continuously speeds up and you're still here, you're behind, right? So you have to understand this. You have to internalize this, and you have to take this and run with it for your whole life. Get out of the middle. Stop being average. Get out of the middle. I promise you, it will change your life. That simple mindset shift. Every day you wake up, get out of the middle. If you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, every single day you wake up, I'm at zero. I need to go as hard as I possibly can. It's hunt. You have to hunt as an entrepreneur, right? When you're on your own, when you're doing something fantastic, when you're doing something monumental, you're on your own, right? So when you're on your own, you always have to you have to keep yourself accountable every single time. Even with fitness, you're always keeping yourself accountable. You're always getting better. You're always learning something new. You're always finding people who can teach you something new, who can help you unlock new levels in your mind around different topics. You have to always be a student of the game of life. And you always have to be learning. You always have to be improving. Because it will get to a point where there is no such thing as average anymore. That's what I'm afraid of for a lot of men. They're going to get so comfortable, and then layoffs start to happen. You lose your job, now what? Some of my friends have gone through that. Layoffs, stuck, years, no employment. AI coming to replace your job. This is not doom posting. I'm not doom posting this video. I'm just telling you the realities of what's going to happen. And I'm warning you, do not stay in the middle. Do not think that you are comfortable right now. There are massive technological advancements that are going on. Massive. Robots taking over people's jobs. Right? You cannot stay average. You need to find new ways. New ways financially, new ways physically, new ways mentally, new ways socially. Even social dynamics are changing. It's not enough to be rich anymore. It's not. You need to have a presence. You need to have a presence online. It's the same with dating, by the way. It's not enough to be rich anymore. You're just going to get taken advantage of. It's the same in social circles. You'll just be taken advantage of. If you're the rich guy, you have no status, you have nothing. You don't look like a person who is respectable. You don't look like you take care of yourself. You're going to get taken advantage of. We're moving into new times. So there needs to be new strategies to be able to position yourself at the highest caliber of society. Yes, you can just sit in your room and cope and go ahead and type away at this video. Oh, Martel, you're wrong. Being average is okay. Everybody should be average. No. There's a select few men in my audience that I appreciate a lot because they watch a lot of my videos, and I know that they are pissed off that they're average. They're pissed off that they're not where they want to be. They want more and they need more, but they need a video like this to tell you that you can go get more as long as you can change your mindset, as long as you can start to do the actions to get you there. All right. So I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop this video now. It's a wrap. I appreciate you. Again, if you're interested in booking a free strategy call with me for 15 minutes, I have a few spots left. I think I have 4 spots left. Those filled up pretty fast. Put it out to my email list, put it out to my Telegram, my free Telegram group. A lot of guys were jumping on. I'm excited to talk with you guys and see what struggles you're going through so I can directly help you on these videos, right? Completely free. I have nothing to sell you. So if you're interested, link will be in the description. Appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video.